So this is the opening of the flagship REI store in Washington, D.C. There's going to be a lot of fun and events going on around the store, but we wanted to check out this store and look at a little bit of the history of events that have gone on in this building in the past. So it's going to be kind of a cool look at a little bit of what's there now and a little bit of history.
Line's going.
Check out this line that's all the way down the block. My friend Anthony is going to be joining me today.
So we just walked in here, one of these doors, and this is the store.
There's a coffee shop at the front of the store, and if you look all the way to the back, way back there is the back end of the store. It's 50,000 square feet total.
They even have the Beatles poster here from when the Beatles played here, February 11th, 1964. Remember that? Even better, let's look over here. Actual seats salvaged from the venue. This building was actually a parking garage for a few years. They just had cars parked, and in the upper cove of this long, flat parking garage were still some seats from the original venue. So they saved those, and they are mounted on the wall. Behind these seats, this right here, this is the actual arena basketball court that was here originally. They had an ABA team and an NBA team way back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. This is the basketball court from the original venue. And those are seats where actual Beatle fans sat and watched them. If you listen closely, you can hear the echoes of the Beatles in this building. Listen. Not only did the Beatles play here, and I almost saw them, not really. I wasn't alive then, almost was alive. But there's all these other bands on the wall. And my buddy Anthony here, he's seen a lot of concerts here.
In this building.
Who have you seen?
I've seen Fugazi here. I've seen a lot of the go-go bands here, from Chuck Brown and Experience Unlimited and Trouble Funk.
He said there was an ice rink in here. They had hockey games in here. He said he collected ice.
Yeah.
They sold ice in this place.
Yeah.
That you could come pick up. That's
Lots
crazy.
of ice on the back of the building. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I can tell you another little quick tidbit. In 1971, my father was a Vietnam veteran, and they housed people who were protesting the war as a prison in this building.
Really?
In this building, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's just a ton of history here in this building. Not only is it a huge, giant flagship REI store, which is cool, but there's a whole lot of history here, and it's really cool that they've saved it and are having
Amazing.
some of it shown off here. Very cool. So just really neat. We're going upstairs. This is the shoe area, and wow, this is pretty amazing. They got all these couches and stuff up here. It's like a cafe or a lounge up here. Off in the distance, those are the front doors. The ceiling is new. This used to be one giant void, but now that it's a 4-floor building, there's going to be offices and businesses. And if you look real closely and you listen, right about there is where the Beatles played. If you listen, maybe you can still hear a little bit of twist and shout going on. Over here they've got these little terraces for some of the different sections. There's the inside, and then there's the outside. It's a neat little courtyard area out here, just outside the side of the store. That's pretty. Yeah. Here's a pretty cool spot right here. If you look at this, this support right here is one of the original building arches. You can see the curve in the arch up there. But that's one of the original arches for the building. And this one right here too. You can see the original arch of the building. So pretty neat. Right up here they've got a bike already hoisted up. Looks like this is going to be their tech shop, where they'll be working on bikes here, where you can see them working on your bike as you bring it in to be repaired. So these bikes here are pretty fancy. I mean, we're looking at, based on the price I was looking at, these are like $2,000 bikes. I know these things because I have my expert cycling guy here, Anthony. He knows his stuff. We're hoping he'll be in the Senior Olympics.
That's it.
Coming up pretty soon for the cycling in the velodrome. The store's been really cool. We've had a lot of fun scoping it out, checking things out. Definitely going to come back here to get some supplies for kayaking and things like that. All right, so we've had a really good time here. We checked out the new store. We saw a little history, a little Beatles history. This is where things used to happen. This was the arena.
This was it.
This is it. And now it's a big store. It's a really huge store, massive store, very cool. We had some good food. Food was good. So remember, kids, have a good time